Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for the week of March 10, 2025 are here. Next week, fans can expect Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, to get even more convinced her daughter is in danger. That could lead to some desperate schemes since begging isn't working. Meanwhile, John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlan, is in a tangled mess. Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Missins Wood, is bound to find out the truth soon enough. During the week of March 10, fans can expect Finn to keep quiet about Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, for now. Steffy already knows that Finn is Luna's father but thinks the young woman is still in prison. While Luna is still in the prison system, she's actually out on house arrest. Not only will that be a big deal when it's exposed, but Bill Spencer, Don Diamont, will face a lot of backlash. Back to Finn, the good doctor will keep the truth about the house arrest from Steffy. After all, Steffy nearly had a coronary when discussing the killer before. Finn knows that the house arrest will make Steffy feel terrified all over again. The last thing that Finn wants is to traumatize his wife. He also doesn't want to lose his family over something that he had no knowledge of until now. Fans might also see Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, make a jaw-dropping discovery about Penelope Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park. When Leigh finds out the truth about Poppy's baby daddy, there will definitely be an explosion. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for next week reveal that Taylor has already begged Steffy to leave Finn. The psychiatrist believes that Luna will find some way to insert herself into their lives. Taylor won't just be worried about Steffy but for Kelly Spencer, Sophia Paris McKinley, and Hayes Forrester Finnegan, Alexander and Chase Banks as well. Steffy remains committed to staying with her husband. However, that's only because she thinks Luna is behind bars. Once she learns the truth, she could change her mind. Back over with Taylor. Could she fear so much for Steffy and the kids' safety that she resorts to a desperate scheme? Over at Forrester Creations, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, could manage to get more power. Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, might want to make amends to Hope. What better way than giving her what she wants most, more power at FC Taylor's desperate scheme? Taylor Hayes paced her living room, her heels clicking against the hardwood floor like a ticking clock. Her mind was a tempest, thoughts swirling with a mixture of desperation and determination. Ever since her return to Los Angeles, she had been haunted by the choices she had made and the fractures in her family that seemed beyond repair. But now, watching Steffy battle her own heartbreak and ridgepole further away, Taylor knew she needed a bold move, something drastic to restore her family's place at the top. She glanced at the manila folder on her coffee table, the edges slightly bent from her restless handling. Inside were documents that could shift the balance of power at Forrester Creations. Proof of financial discrepancies that could force Brooke out of the company. The information had fallen into her lap almost serendipitously through an old contact at Spencer Publications who owed her a favor. It was dangerous, even ruthless, but if it meant protecting her children, Taylor was willing to risk it. Later that afternoon, Taylor met with Thomas at El Giardino, her eyes scanning the room nervously. She leaned in, voice hushed. "Thomas, if we move quickly, we can force Brooke's hand. This is our chance to take back what's ours." Thomas hesitated, brow furrowing. "Mom, are you sure about this? If we get caught." "We won't," Taylor cut in sharply. "This is about family. About protecting Steffy and getting you the recognition you deserve. Don't you want that?" His jaw tightened. "Of course I do." "Then trust me." As Thomas left, uncertainty gnawed at him, but the allure of finally toppling Brooke Logan was too tempting to resist. Meanwhile, Taylor's gaze followed him, eyes steely with resolve. There was no turning back now. Finn's tangled mess. John Finn Finnegan stared at the paternity test results in his hands, the words blurring together as disbelief settled like a stone in his stomach. He had conducted the test in secret, desperate to prove Sheila Carter's claim wrong, that she was not his mother. But the results left no room for doubt. His hands trembled slightly as he poured a glass of whiskey, the burn doing little to calm the storm within. Steffi approached cautiously, concern etched into her features. "Finn, what's going on? You've been distant for days." He hesitated, the confession catching in his throat. But the weight was too much to bear alone. "Sheila, she's my mother." Steffi's eyes widened in horror, her hand instinctively flying to her mouth. "No, that can't be true. She's dangerous, Finn." "I know," he replied, voice strained. "But she's my biological mother, and I don't know what to do." Their conversation was cut short by a knock at the door. Finn's blood ran cold as he opened it to find Sheila herself standing there, eyes glistening with something akin to twisted joy. "I told you, sweetheart," Sheila cooed. "A mother always knows her son." Steffi's gaze darted between them, heart pounding with a mix of fear and fury. One thing was certain, this revelation threatened to tear apart everything they had built. Hope's power grab. Hope Logan adjusted the collar of her blazer, catching her reflection in the mirror of her office at Forrester Creations. Confidence radiated from her, but beneath it was a simmering ambition she could no longer deny. With a hope for the future line under scrutiny and her mother distracted by Ridge's wavering affections, the timing was perfect. She smoothed her hair and dialed a familiar number. "Liam, I need your support at the board meeting today," she stated firmly. "Hope, what's going on?" he asked cautiously. "I'm making a move for more control. It's time I took charge of my line and this company." Liam's silence was deafening, but Hope didn't wait for his approval. She marched into the boardroom, head high, and faced the table of expectant eyes. Eric Forrester arched a brow, surprised at her assertiveness. "I'm proposing an expansion of the Hope for the Future line, new designs, a bigger marketing budget, and a shift in leadership to ensure its success." Across the table, Steffi leaned back, arms crossed and eyes narrowed. "Is that so?" Steffi's tone was cool. "And whose leadership would that be exactly?" "Mine," Hope replied evenly. "Effective immediately." Murmurs rippled through the room, but Hope held Steffi's glare, refusing to back down. This was her moment, and she wouldn't let anyone take it away. The fallout. The days that followed were a whirlwind of confrontations and alliances shifting like sand. Brooke's discovery of Taylor's scheme ignited a firestorm, her accusations echoing through the Forrester estate. "How could you, Taylor? After everything?" Brooke's voice cracked with betrayal. "I did what I had to," Taylor shot back. "This was never just about you." Meanwhile, Finn found himself cornered by Sheila's manipulations, torn between protecting his family and the morbid curiosity about his origins. Sheila's influence spread, insidious and suffocating, leaving Finn questioning his every move. At Forrester Creations, Hope's power play sent shockwaves through the company. Ridge's disappointment was palpable, but Hope held firm, refusing to retreat. "This isn't a game, Hope," Ridge warned. "Your actions have consequences." "I'm prepared to face them," she replied, chin lifted defiantly. Steffi, meanwhile, was anything but forgiving, her rivalry with Hope intensifying. Confrontations in the hallways turned icy, words sharpened with underlying threats. The company was becoming a battlefield, and neither woman intended to yield an inch. Unraveling secrets. As the week drew to a close, secrets long buried began to resurface, each revelation more damning than the last. A mysterious email leaked to the press hinted at Taylor's involvement in the financial scandal, igniting a media frenzy. Thomas, blindsided and furious, confronted his mother. "You lied to me," he accused. "This isn't about family, it's about revenge." "It's about survival," Taylor snapped back. "Can't you see that?" At the Cliff House, Finn stood by the ocean, wind biting at his skin. His phone buzzed. Another message from Sheila. His thumb hovered over the delete button, but he couldn't bring himself to block her. The truth of his lineage clawed at him, relentless and cruel. Back at Forrester, Hope faced the board once more, her victory tainted by whispers of betrayal and ambition. Steffi's eyes bore into her, voice low but lethal. "You've made a lot of enemies, Hope. I hope you're ready." Hope's smile faltered for just a second before she steeled herself. "I've never been more ready." A reckoning approaches. As Friday approached, the tension was suffocating. Alliances shifted, betrayals were exposed, and the stage was set for an all-out war. Taylor's desperate gambit had backfired, threatening to destroy the very family she sought to protect. Finn's search for answers led him down darker paths, pulling him further from Steffi. And Hope, having seized power, now found herself alone at the top, surrounded by enemies on all sides. The battle lines were drawn. And in Los Angeles, nothing stays buried for long. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAUTTFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.